Welcome, everyone, to the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League podcast here on YouTube. I'm Lisa Pride, and I'm with Korbin Reynolds with Vanderbilt Baseball and with the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League this past summer. Thank you so much for joining me, Korbin.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so you went right from the summer into fall baseball, first year, first semester in college with Vanderbilt. What's it been like? What was your day like today?
Coming in, obviously, I knew it was going to be a challenge, and that's kind of why I went to that league, to set me up, for the fall here. So, it has been a challenge, but I mean, that's where growth comes from. You learn a lot when you challenge yourself. I mean, I feel like, I'm gonna be better from it. As far as today, we had Omaha Challenge. It started yesterday, so it's kind of where kind of wraps up the fall. It's something where we bring the team together and do some activities, do some events to kind of close out the fall, and it's very challenging, very hard on your body. So we ran a mile, and then we had another strength event where we had bench press and hangs and pull ups, and then today we had to push tanks and another event where you had to kind of pull a tank. So yeah, it was very challenging, but definitely definitely be better from it for sure. It's fun, but
Are you
yeah.
going to sleep well? Are you sore, but like
Oh
just
yeah.
ready to crash?
Yeah, he's done a good job to kind of build us up. We've had some conditioning days where, we've done some of the things that we've done in Omaha, so it's made it a little better. But yeah, you're definitely still gonna be sore. And it's 4 days in a row too, so there's really not a lot of time to rest, and that's why, you got to take care of your body and do what you can to, recover for the next day. So
I'm assuming that it's called the Omaha Challenge because that's where the College World Series is. So it's
yeah.
challenging you guys from the start, from the get-go, thinking about getting there. Is that why it's called the Omaha Challenge?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the end goal. I mean, you wanna get to Omaha. I mean, that's, you want to be a World Series champion. So, it just challenges you, even when you're hurt and even when, you're struggling real bad, you got to push through and get to that end goal where, we're all coming together as a team to celebrate. So, yeah.
Mhm. You mentioned a couple of things that you had to do. It sounds so grueling. I saw on Instagram just, from yesterday's day one, the run, and you talked about the pull-ups and then just having all the guys there, cheering you on. So it's kind of nice to have, that bonding experience then.
Oh yeah, I mean that environment, it makes it so much better having those guys there. Like I know that I've never ran a mile in under 7 minutes before in my life, and I ended up running it in 5:57, 5 minutes and 57 seconds. So that was something. I mean, I really surprised myself, but I don't think it wouldn't have been possible without, my teammates there pushing me and the support group around me. So yeah.
I noticed from the beginning that I believe I'm not sure, but was if it was only freshmen or transfer players or what, but you just had a number in the front, right? You had a t-shirt with a number on the front, not even the name, not even Vanderbilt or anything. What was
Yeah,
that? Just
that's
freshmen and what was that like?
Coach Corbs does a good job at we the minute we come in for the fall, we start I know in previous years they had a tent that they went in instead of the locker room. They had a tent that they went in each day to kind of do what they needed to do to get ready for practice. And he makes sure that as far as our apparel goes, that we had numbers on the front and back, and then we had a just regular like hats, like white in color and like no logo or anything on it. So he makes us kind of earn the V and earn our locker room through the hard work and us kind of just building as a team together. It makes you develop some sense of gratitude for once you have those things. You definitely like you're more thankful that you have them than if you were just given those things.
Yeah, so you have to earn it then. It's just not handed to you
Yeah,
right from the get-go.
he's not, trying to break us down. He's trying to make us harder to break. So through these events, like you're gonna be challenged and you're gonna, feel like you can't really go anymore. But at the end of the day, it's gonna make you stronger and a lot better. And harder to break, like I said. And something that's kind of gone around too is like you're doing it for your team. Like don't do it for, anybody else but the guy beside you. So that's definitely something that's kind of helped everyone kind of boost their, whatever it is in whatever event, just help them get through it. Just do it for the guy next to you.
The team did travel a little bit here in the fall to play games. Were you part of the traveling team too?
Yeah, we went to Utah. Salt Lake City, Utah. We played University of Utah there. So that was a really fun experience. And then outside of that, we also got a chance to visit an Olympic park. I don't know exactly what it was called, but we did some fun things there and just got to, I mean, as far as, I've never been that far west in my life. Like I haven't really traveled that much at all. So getting to experience, those things that I've never really done before, it's pretty awesome. And then we also we hosted Murray State as well. Um, to kind of close off the fall like team thing, I guess. And then we took a team trip. Um, Gosh, was it Gatlinburg, I think? And that was like nothing baseball. Basically, it was just a team bonding trip that we took, no phones and no outside distractions, and we could kind of just really get to know each other. And that was kind of in the beginning. We could really get to know each other and just build a stronger connection. So, I mean, that was really cool. We went on a hike together, and did some other cool things.
Sounds great. I know exactly what you're talking about, Olympic Park there in Salt Lake.
Yeah,
I've been there. Beautiful, right? And
yeah.
I went down, they had like zip lines and they also had some kind
Yeah.
of, I just want to say
Like you
roller
could,
coaster. It wasn't, but that you go
yeah,
down the hill and
yeah, you could slide
or the
down. It was,
mountain.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
A good place to train because you're a little higher altitude too
Oh yeah.
and
Oh,
everything.
hey, the ball
Yeah.
flies. The ball flies.
Yes,
So, yeah.
definitely. How does this lead from the games, from the workouts, the Omaha Challenge? Like, what's next? How does that lead into? I know we're going to hit the holidays and, maybe have a little bit of a break, but how does that lead then into the season for you?
But I feel like these next few months are the most important parts. When you go home on break, the amount of work that you do is really going to matter, and they give us a good plan, for what we need to do to get better. And the off season is, I mean, definitely the most important part. So I would say, these next few months, I'm just gonna take what they give me and work really hard and hopefully come back even stronger, even better for next spring and see what that brings. Obviously, we have a lot of good talent and we're definitely gonna make a good push. So I feel really good about where we're at for sure as a
Mhm.
team.
And then you yourself, you like constantly worked out. You had your own home gym, that your
Yeah,
parents helped you put together in your
yeah.
basement. Then you came before your collegiate career and was here in the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League. How much did that all prepare you then, especially playing in the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League this summer? How did it prepare you to be with the older guys, the experienced guys, and feel confident too?
Yeah, it's been huge. I mean, getting to talk to those older guys and kind of, get their shared experience for what college is like going into it. Obviously they provided a place for us to work out as well. And then playing, as much games as we did, it was huge for, just seeing that pitching and then obviously keeping up with your strength and conditioning so that when you go in there, you're not super far behind. So, I feel like that definitely was huge coming in. I definitely got ahead of the curve when it came to that, getting to see that pitching and coming in here and being more comfortable with it. So yeah, it was really good experience and it helped me a lot for sure coming in here.
Anything in particular like wow you, like, walking into the clubhouse and the locker room or seeing all these former Vandy players that are big leaguers. And I saw that there was like gold bats, gold bases. What did you experience? What do you see every day? And what kind of wowed you?
Yeah, I would say you kind of touched on like seeing all the former big leaguers that I used to see on TV at Vanderbilt. Like, you see guys like Kumar and Jack Leiter, in the facilities and, you say what's up and, they treat you, like, you're like they're your best friend. So it's really cool, to interact with those guys. But as far as like seeing, the facility and stuff, I got kind of used to that since I committed so early. I was able to go and see all the different things that they had. So coming in, I kind of knew already what it was going to be like. So there wasn't so much of a surprise there. But as far as like seeing, the people, it was definitely a great experience to interact with those guys for sure.
I forgot you just touched on that that it's off season so that you will see,
Yeah,
guys that are in the big leagues and minor
yeah,
leagues coming back to train. So that's what you've experienced then. Have
yeah,
have
yeah,
you been
yeah.
able to talk to any guys like one on one or maybe small group or get anything from any of the players?
I mean, you usually just, say what's up. They're usually doing their own thing. So, you say hi and kind of introduce yourself. And obviously, they work out usually earlier on in the day and then they leave by the time, obviously, we train. So you kind of just see him around and you're kind of awed by like, that guy's a big leaguer. And, you kind of watch him, go about his business and, you're really, really awed by him. So, yeah, it's cool.
Mhm. I was just in the Arizona Fall League working, and Enrique Bradfield Jr. What a great guy! And
Yeah.
he talks so much about Vandy and how
Mhm.
that helped him and all the training and the just so many little things. Like something like he said that at Vandy they taught him that to use BP like it was a game. So
Mhm.
every time you see him make these amazing catches out in center field, he's like, "I did that in BP at Vandy. That's
Mhm.
what, prepared me to do this during a game."
And, I mean, that goes with kind of anything you want to treat your training like it's like the game or even harder than the game so that when the game time comes, you can kind of slow your heart rate down and be present and just do what you do best. So, yeah.
Mhm. And then just wrapping this up, as far as the whole college experience, how are you getting academics in, as far as baseball in, the travel, the trips, the workouts, and then also getting some fun in Vandy, as far as football has had a
Yeah.
pretty good season, right?
Yeah, no, they've been doing really well. So it's been fun to watch them, getting to go, for free, not having to pay for once. You can go in the student section and cheer on your team with the guys and stuff like that. So um, I would say, it's just been awesome. I mean, as far as academics go, you just gotta stay on top of everything. Like Coach Corbs talks about managing your clock. So you kind of just got to plan ahead and plan every minute of your day basically, especially being a student athlete. So that's been a big thing for me, staying on top of my academics and just kind of getting things done ahead of time so that by the end of the week or whenever it is when you play, you can kind of just lay back and focus on baseball. So that's been huge for me. And I mean, yeah, just everything about it has been super fun.
That sounds great. I'm so glad that you can join me here on the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League podcast on YouTube.
Thank you.